Hi and welcome back. This is just a chart analysis that I do on a few of the contracts that I trade, just popular ones, so hopefully it helps you guys out. So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms. As usual, starting with the Dow. Just remember I trade the futures, so these are charts based off of the futures. If you trade in CFDs, the trend is the trend. You're just going to have to potentially adjust prices slightly. So I've got resistance at 42,657 and support at 42,060. So it's in that uptrend at the moment. And yeah, I mean, you know, we've still got the US election to come as well. So S&P daily, got a nice resistance line up there at 58.02. Struggled to get a decent support one, so I've gone through a couple of candles, which I don't really like doing, but it's there, so it's 57.20. But the key one I would say is the lower down one at 55.01. For the Nasdaq on the daily, so I put the 21,240 in there, not really as a resistance, but it just goes to show that the Nasdaq really is still a bit away from its contract high. I've got resistance at 21.97. I've got support at 19.759, but again I've had to go through candles to get that. I've also put a breakout as well at 19.409. So it's just looking at it, I just think if it breaks through there, we could go back down to sort of test those sort of 18,500s again. But you know, everyone seems to want to buy the dips for the moment. Moving on to a couple of currencies. So here's my pound against the dollar. So again, you know, that dollar's just under pressure. So the pound's put in a good performance. It's trading high, well, too high for me, but yeah, it's there. So I've got resistance at 133.39. I've got support at 131.60. And here's the euro against the dollar. So I've got resistance at 122.24, and I've got a nice support line there at 110.723. Obviously they're quite wide, but you know, the markets are volatile at the moment. Moving on to Bitcoin daily. So here I've got resistance at 64,210, and I've got support at 59,180. It closed the gap that was there on the left, so all the gaps are pretty much closed that are in the sort of short term at least. And yeah, I mean, and this is without even Trump looking likely to win. So, you know, it's just a bit of a combination of factors, I would guess. Moving on to gold, so that made another record high, and I've got resistance at 2650.7, and I've got support at 2545. Now, I had to go through a couple of wicks for that, but I don't mind that as long as it's not the bodies. I try and avoid that, but I'd still rather find 3 points than 2. And then I've got another support a little bit lower down at 25.28 as well. And last but not least, oil. Obviously, it's being impacted by what's going on in the Middle East at the moment. So I've put the fib levels on here as well, actually. So initially I've got resistance at 74.52 with that downtrend line. There's another downtrend line, well, it's actually an uptrend line, but it's a resistance level at 71.96. And then I've sort of put a couple of what I think are support levels in there at 68.49 and 66.53. So If you look at the blue, the 382 line, the 71.15 level, that's pretty much where it got stuck on Friday. So there's been a lot of missiles flying backwards and forwards over the weekend. So whether that will give oil a spike when it reopens, I'm not sure. But just keep an eye on that. And then you've got the other sort of potential resistance levels for the fibs there as well at 73.18 and 75.20. The 75.20 is the golden ratio as well. So that just leaves me to wish you a great week trading. Hope you find these useful. And I'm going to be in London on Friday speaking a couple of times at the IX Trader event. So if you are in London on Friday, it'd be great. Come in, have a chat with me. It'd be more than welcome. And if not, I will be doing another one of these next weekend. Have a great week. So just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter. That includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. You know, this helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But you know, the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or you know, whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1 week intensive course. You know, that's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And you know, that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. You know, I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi Masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, you know, and any asset class, you know, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so you know, maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but you know, I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, you know, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, you know, if you're already involved, then you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. You know, the regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but you know, even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, you know, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. You know, I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and I'll be doing these on a weekly basis. So I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime, you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week. Best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.